Right, hello, welcome to this midweek Wednesday blog. Fantastic to see the series doing so well, and there's a select few people who keep showing up in the comments, which is fantastic, and adding new questions all the time. And it's good to see that it's getting a steady, amount of views each week. So it's got a good following. So as long as people are watching it steady, I'll keep doing the series. I'm enjoying making the videos, and obviously there's people out there who are enjoying watching them. If this video has brought you to the channel for the first time, check out the other videos. There's plenty on there: carp, rivers, lakes, canals, chub, dace fishing, stick float fishing, tench fishing. It's all on the channel. Take a look, and if you like it, subscribe, because there's a video every Friday and this midweek vlog every Wednesday. So there's plenty of content on this channel. So the fishing this week: Saturday I was on a local club water with my daughter. Warrington Anglers do a deal where you can take a junior member to 4 of their waters if you're a paying adult, and they don't have to have a Warrington Anglers licence, which I think is fantastic. The sport is really suffering with new blood coming through, and it's great to see a club being proactive in trying to get young members on the bank, and I think it's fantastic to see. And she certainly had a great day catching some roach. The video will be up on the channel shortly, and I'll post a few pictures on now of just a few fish that she caught. She really did enjoy herself. So yeah, there's a few pictures of the day. Right, so Sunday found myself on Lloyd's Meadow when I bumped into Brian Coakley, a fellow writer for Warrington Angling Centre, and we had a great day fishing for carp. I fished in the margins, on the centre pin and the margin pole, fishing meat, Cheshire Particle hemp with the hemp oil mixed in, and pellets with hemp oil on it again from Cheshire Particle. The more I use that bait, the more I see its benefit, and it's well worth a look. Mark does a great job in preparing the particle, and it's worked everywhere I've gone. The hemp oil has worked on pellets, and adding it to the hemp just adds that bit extra. I think it's a fantastic product and well worth a look. I might actually do a proper blog on the product. I've got that much confidence in it. It's a great bait. I'm looking forward to this weekend. We finally, as you can see, it's a grey day. We finally had a lot of rain, which I can't wait to get out on the rivers this weekend, and hoping and praying overtime doesn't go on, because I think we'll have a few fish. There's loads of fish topping on here, so the rain will get them all feeding. So yeah, great to see. So let's get into this week's questions. Right, question number 1 this week is not really a question that was sent in. It's something a topic I wanted to talk about, and it might be something that I add a bit more into these, is if I pick a topic that I find interesting, as well as the questions, because there is a bank of questions there. I say if you've got any yourself, drop them in the description below. But this one was something this weekend. Fishomania happened, and well done to Jamie Hughes. What an angler he is. I met him once or twice. He's a lovely guy, and well done, on the net of fish he caught and winning the 3rd event. Every time I see him fishing, he seems to do, be amazing. So congratulations to him on winning the event. I watched it on Sky, like most people did. I've actually been there to watch last year's, and I think it's better to be there and watch it than it is to watch it on TV. The TV, if that is the premiere event, don't get me wrong, it's on Sky Sports, so that is showcasing angling to the outside world. And there was a few things on it that I thought weren't really good for angling. And one was the unfairness in the event. Now, it's impossible to get a fair lake, I understand that, but when you've got somebody of the calibre of Lee Kerry, who, if you watch his vlogs, the effort that lad puts in, he's an ambassador to the sport and a lovely lad, and he puts the effort in. If you watch his videos on YouTube, you see his passion for it, And for an England international to catch, I think it must have been one fish, on the other side of the lake to catch, what was it, 26 kilo, there shouldn't be that gulf in a lake. It shouldn't be the night before can decide whether you can even have a chance. That's no chance to a big chance from one side of the lake to the other. Now, I don't know what the answer is because I don't fish matches, but certainly as a showcase event, it's in most sporting events the underdog can have a chance. In that one, half the lake didn't have a chance. from the moment they drew that peg, they didn't have a chance. How they solve it, I don't know, but it didn't really show fishing in a fair light, really. They couldn't even fish for silvers. They weren't even catching silvers to even have a chance of building a silver weight. The biggest thing that I noticed that I didn't agree with was the prize money. My missus doesn't really, she likes the fishing videos, but she's not a lover of watching fishing. And when they give the prize money out at the end, and the male competitor won £50,000, second place 10, and the female competitor won £1,000, what does that say about our sport? What does that say in the times that we live in? What does that say about our sport? I just didn't think it did a great. It doesn't show the sport in a great light. The lady competitors, granted, they might not have as many entered in, and the prize money might be pro-rated with how many have entered, but still, the prize money should be better than £1,000 compared to 50,000 for the male winner. Even the second place got 10, I think it was. So yeah, I didn't think that showcased fishing in a great light myself personally, but that's just my opinion on it. And I think there's great improvements that can be made. Whether it might just be the fact that fishing isn't a sport that you can put on TV without it being like go fishing or Matt Hayes fishing, to make it watchable. Maybe that's the better avenue to go down than a showcase event being on Sky like that. I just don't think it worked. Far too many adverts. There was more adverts than there was fishing, and it wasn't an interesting watch, if I'm being brutally honest. And bottom line, I didn't think it showed fishing in a great light for a number of them reasons. So yeah, I just thought I'd give my thoughts on that. If you agree or you don't agree, what's your opinion? Put it in the comments below. That's what the comments are there for, to to give your 2 pence worth. So that's my opinion on the Fishomania, and I just thought I'd share it on this midweek blog. Right, question number 2 this week was about my thoughts on elasticated method feeders. I must admit, the first feeder I ever bought when they first come in was an elasticated one, and I did quite well on them. I certainly didn't have any problems with them over the ones that I'm using now. It's just that it seems a lot of venues seem to ban the elasticated ones, so having one that's free running all the time just saves swapping over all the time. I don't see why people would go to the effort of having an elasticated one for one venue and a free running one for the next, when it just saves so much time not to have it. Whether that's just down to you're not losing as many fish with it being elasticated under your feet, but there must be a reason why places are banning them, whether that's damage to fish or one reason or another. But me personally, the running rig is the one that is just easy. It's simple. The line attaches easy to the quick change bead, and away you go. And if I'm being honest, elastic to your hook length obviously offers the benefit you're not losing the fish, but it's just another area of that rig that can fail, really. The elastic can wear, and you've got to constantly be checking it, and it's just one other area of the rig that can fail. If you've got your line through the method feeder to a bead, and then your hook length, it's your hook length, your main line that can fail. They're not where it attaches to the bead, or that. If you've got an elasticated feeder, you've got the line to the feeder, then you've got the elastic, then you've got your hook length. So there's 3 areas there that can fail, and the elastic will wear over time. So really, I don't see them as bad, but I'm quite happy with the one that I'm using, because I don't have to worry about it, another area of the rig failing. And if I go different venues, all except free running rigs, so I don't have to worry about changing. Right, the third question is a question sent in on Facebook, private message, and it was about a little venue that a blog follower wanted to tackle on the river. He said I asked him a few questions so I could give him the best answer possible. He said it was between 3 and 5 foot deep, and it was quite slow to medium paced running, but not very wide. It sounded very much like the River Dane, if I'm honest. He'd never fished the river before, and he didn't know what was in the river, and he wanted to know what my best approach would be for the fishing it, bait wise. My advice to him was simple: maggots. Use maggots as your bait. Maggots can over the years I've caught fish from minnows all the way up to carp, massive carp. There's not a fish that swims that won't eat maggot. The only thing that stops you really is smaller fish getting there before the bigger fish. If you get a good bait, a good bed of maggots down on any venue, big fish love them. So my advice was for him to float fish, if it's possible, if there's not a lot of weed, on a stick float with maggots. That will give you the best census of what's in the place. You might start off catching small dace and small roach, but if there's a big chub about, he'll soon move in. If there's tench about, if there's eels about, you're going to catch anything on the spectrum, and it'll give you a better idea than just sitting there on a piece of corn. Once you know what's in the venue, you can then use bigger baits to target the better fish. So say you go on there the first time and you get a load of roach, but you catch one better roach and a chub of £3. That chub won't be alone. So next time you go, you can take castor or you can take corn and target the better roach and just a big chub. But for your first trip, I would always recommend taking maggots as a start out bait. Fishing light. If you start getting snapped, up the line, but always start on a 1/7 or a 2/1 hook length and a small hook. You'll soon get an idea of what's in there. If you're getting snapped to pieces, up your line, up your bait. But as a starting point, 2 pints of maggots and a bit of hemp won't see you go far wrong. So yeah, great question. I really loved that question coming in, so thank you very much. Right, so that's the end of this week's midweek blog. I'm really sorry the quality of the video hasn't been great with the lighting and the light coming through the trees. As I say, I just nipped out in my car and picked the local pond to have a wander around while I did it. The lighting isn't great, and that's basically down to it being dull and late on in the evening after work. So looking forward to on the channel. I've been sent this product this week, a Switch. I learned that you actually charge up on a USB. It's come all the way from America, so look out for the review of that in the coming weeks on the channel. My mate Gary is going to be having a look at it and trying it out, so that'll be on the channel in the coming weeks. There's a written blog going up this week for the shirts, for the t-shirts and the mugs, so there's plenty of product reviews coming up on the channel. This weekend's fishing, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do this weekend because I've got quite a variety to go on, but there'll certainly be a video up this Friday. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below, and it'd be great if you could like and subscribe on the video. So thank you very much. Tight lines in your own fishing, and I'll catch you all next Wednesday. And if you've stayed to the very end and you clocked me looking to the left quite a bit on that video, there's that hasn't stopped bubbling since it's just stopped now, but there's been a fish bubbling just there the whole time I've been here. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching to the very end, and if you did clock me looking to the left a bit, it was that bubbler on the end of them beads. I'll catch you all next time.